we are here today with Walden. I think we're going to be getting passed around from person to person potentially as we go. So hello to everyone.
Hello. Hello.
We are currently on the road.
On the road.
This is so exciting. How's it going so far?
It is going amazingly. We are having a blast. We're here in Kansas City. We just stayed at a quite strange Airbnb. It was like an old high school that got converted into a weird dorm style communal Airbnb. And yeah, on the road to where are we going, Matt?
Joplin, Missouri.
Joplin, Missouri.
Nice. I feel like you guys must have found a few interesting Airbnbs and places to stay, because this tour you're on, the whole concept is 50 states with $50, and I can imagine it has been an interesting ride so far.
Yes, to say the least. Yeah, we have slept on everyone's floor that we've met. People like bar managers that have let us crash on their floor, family, friends, like fourth cousins, great grandma's nephew's floor. I don't know, every part of our network we have reached out to try and help us accomplish our goal of doing all 50 states.
How many states are you at right now? I know it's pretty close to, you're getting close.
Yeah, it's getting close. Today will mark 41? 42. Today will mark 42.
Wow.
Yes.
And you haven't even been on the road for that long. It's only been 2.5 months? 2 months?
Yeah, about 2.5 months, about 10 or 11 weeks. Yeah, we left September 10th and we're ending it December 10th in Nashville. So it'll be pretty much 90 days on the dot, all said and done. We expected it to take closer to 100, like averaging 50 shows in 100 days, a show every other day for the most part. But we found ourselves ending it a little earlier. That's just the way things shook out.
Nice. And where did the idea for the Where's Walden tour come from? How did you come up with this incredible concept?
Okay, I'm gonna actually pass the phone to my buddy Eric to answer that one.
Okay, thanks, Richard.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Eric. How's it going? I'm good. How are you?
It's going great. Sorry, I couldn't hear the question from back there. So
I was just asking where the concept for the Where's Walden tour came from.
Oh, yeah. So it really started, we had the idea when we first met Matt, who's obviously our manager. We met Matt just earlier this year, and he came to us and he was just sort of brainstorming with us. He wasn't even managing us at the time, but just as a friend, he was just helping us brainstorm, a new game plan for what we could do, because we kind of were trying to get a fresh start after the pandemic. And so we were just starting to toy around with ideas of what we could do. And through our conversations, it just kind of got us thinking, like, we had this great Vanny, as you said, it has nice high ceilings, it's very nice. And so we had this van, which is a great asset, and we love to tour. We hadn't been on that many tours, but we'd been on enough tours to know that we loved doing it. And so, and then all 4 band members love travel. We love adventure. And so I personally had this goal of trying to see all 50 states before I turned 30. And all these ideas were just floating around. And I'll always remember Matt went to the bathroom. We were at a bar in Nashville sitting outside, and he went to the bathroom for a second. And I had this idea that like hit me. I was like, wait, what if we made some big occasion where, it wasn't just a normal tour, but we tried to do something crazy, like tour all 50 states. And everyone was like, that's ridiculous and super crazy, but it may just be possible. And then we just, as a team, we just started brainstorming over the next few weeks about how that could actually become a reality, and started thinking about, everything from tour logistics to marketing to music, and just all the different pieces of the puzzle. puzzles, which we actually like printed puzzles of our tour poster.
Oh
So
my
we just
God.
had a lot. Yeah, and that's been awesome. Like we actually, when we got the puzzles shipped to us, we made the first one just to see like how they looked, and that was so much fun. But yeah, so anyways, that's how it became a thing. And then really quickly, we knew that if we wanted to do it, we would have to commit to it very quickly, because that was like back in late spring, I think. And so we knew that we would need to give it like proper time to plan and promote and then actually go on the tour. So yeah, we committed very quickly to the concept, and then now we're here. It feels like not too long afterwards.
Yeah, I remember Matt and I had a conversation either in the spring or the summer, and he was telling me about the concept and he showed me the poster, and it was just like, I don't know, I feel like there hasn't been a lot of innovation in touring in a while. And it was just an idea where I felt like it was so exciting and new, and I just like couldn't wait to see how it went. And it's so great to see how amazing it's been so far. I mean, I saw your fans donated enough money for you guys to fly to Hawaii, and you guys went skydiving. Like
Yes. Yeah, someone I forget who it was. I think it might have been Richard, but someone had the idea to like get the fans involved in terms of like, instead of just making it some sort of like big Kickstarter or something to get us back on the road, we thought it'd be way more fun to sort of gamify it and have people be able to like sponsor tanks of gas or like, sponsor a round of drinks, and then we personally could shout them out and they could see directly like how they're affecting the tour, not just like I'm going to donate a sum of money and then I never see where that goes. So, we've had all these things where people can help us raise money for flights or buy us tanks of gas. And that's been super fun, I think, on both ends, because the fans get to see like how this is turning out and how their money is helping us. And on the other hand, we've been just absolutely blown away with how many people have helped and been excited to help. We've just had so many different people, giving us places to stay, or sponsoring a place for us to stay, or a meal, or buying merch along the way. So that has been just, I think, for all of us, that completely exceeded our expectations. People have been really excited by the idea and wanting to be a part of it, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think one of the other really exciting parts about it is that it's not like, usually you go on like a club tour or a stadium tour, like it's a very specific venue. Whereas this, I feel like you've played such a variety of places. What's one of the more interesting places you've played so far?
Oh man, there's been a few. Yeah, I think the farm in North Carolina, which was only our third show. We played on a farm, and it was called Down Yonder Farm in Hillsborough, North Carolina, and it was just beautiful. We were playing out just for like neighbors who had brought out lawn chairs and blankets, and the stars were out and the crickets were chirping, and it was a really, really cool atmosphere for us. We played in an air museum in Fargo, North Dakota, where we played for a bunch of veterans, and that was like a completely new, really cool experience for us. Yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot. We've had a running joke on this tour that I'm not necessarily like good at executing, but I'm definitely an idea guy. So I'll always like be talking to Matt and being like, we need to play on a boat, and we need to play in a cave, and we need to like, I'm always throwing out these ideas, and then Matt's like, okay, I'll see how we can make that happen. So, but a lot of these things have come to fruition thanks to everyone's hard work and persistence, and just trying to put together whatever we can put together. And that's what's fun, like you said, is like we don't really know what each show is going to look like. And for a small band like us, like we have the liberty to do that, because obviously we don't need to worry about like, if there's 100,000 people who may not get to see us if we don't play certain venues. So it's like we have the liberty to do some more interesting shows and embrace it and really enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you've spoken to, it's really important to have a team around you that has different strengths where you don't have strengths, and making sure that together you create one full team. And I I mean, it's cool how the fans get to play a part of that team as well by providing funding and support and spreading the word. And your TikTok has been really fun to watch because it just seems like, I don't know, it's just like, it's one of those, it's like a project where you just see positivity and like the good in the world.
Yeah,
I really see it around
totally
this tour.
our humanity for sure.
Yeah, especially after the last 2 years, like it's just really nice to see everybody being so excited about live music and coming out to actually support bands.
Completely agreed. I'm
How?
gonna pass the phone to Andrew so he can answer some questions too.
Okay. This is the most fun interview I think we've ever done. Hi, Andrew. How's it going?
Wait, what'd you say? This is the what?
I think this is the most fun interview we've ever done.
Really?
It's great.
Is it first one where we passed around a phone in a van, both moving and not moving?
Yeah. Well, like I feel like I've been catching people in their home and they're not used to having like a stranger just talking to them about their life in their own house. So I mean, I guess the van is your home right now too.
That's Where's Walden tour life. Van is our home right now. And you know, that's how this tour works. It's wake up, Matt sends us a text, interview at noon, and then we ride in the van and here we are.
Amazing. I'm so glad you were able to make the time. Before I get into the question I was going to ask, can you tell us about the wall behind you?
Yeah, so I think Matt described right when he jumped on the phone is that Jamie and his dad built this. It's a box, so it's obviously this van doesn't normally have just like a wooden box back here, but that allows us to have kind of a much more organized trunk space, so we can have kind of 2 levels, so we can have the music gear on one level underneath, and then on the top of the box all the life stuff, sleeping bags, clothes, everything. So that's why it's there. And so we had this random wooden wall in our van, and I'm not exactly sure exactly when we had the idea, but we just thought, why don't we have people sign the wall? I think we played with a few really, really cool acts, some acts that we really looked up to, and we felt lucky to be opening for them. And we wanted them to, oh, I just got a lot of light on me. We wanted them to, what? Oh, okay. All right. I'm being instructed by
Or are we on the move?
Through the trunk. All right. All right. Let's see. Here it is.
Amazing.
So interview
So organized.
section. There we go. So yeah, there it is. There's 2 levels, and yeah, it's pretty sweet. So we have enjoyed meeting a ton of new bands and other people that have helped us on this tour. For example, in Boise, I just posted in a couple of Facebook groups, and someone basically put the entire show on their back and found the venue and found opening bands. And so we for sure wanted him to sign the band. So, you know, he came in, and a lot of times Sam will film it. What'd you say? Yeah, all the openers throughout the tour have signed it. So it's like, yeah, it's just cool. And it's a cool, like, kind of like a permanent memory book, almost like a guest book almost, but way cooler in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's, even if you take it out of the van, you still have that. You'll always remember.
Really cool. Definitely a lot of memories on that thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, between this super organized van and the way that you've been touring and everything that's been happening, how has this changed how you'll approach touring going forward?
Well, for one, it definitely kind of, I think we kind of have a blueprint on like how you can tour and have fun and get things done and play a lot of music and meet a lot of people and still, you know, like keep it fun and keep the fan base growing. And the only thing that would be nice would be to have a few more people. It'd be amazing to have people just like constantly working on content and other things that we've kind of just taken all upon ourselves. But it's kind of inspired us to tour unusually in the future. Like we've been just bouncing ideas about like, how can we maybe we won't do this exact thing again, although that could be cool to go hit every place we hit on this tour. But like, how can we tour in a unique way that's different? Like you said, touring's kind of gotten pretty uniform. Everyone does it the same. A lot of tour, promotion is very similar. So yeah, we're definitely inspired to like keep up this unique tour idea. So like, feel free to, if you have any ideas, send them our way, because we're probably going to do something similar the next time.
Amazing. Yeah, next time you'll have to figure out how to do this in other countries too.
Actually, that's the dream.
We're up here in Canada, and it would be awesome. I mean, I know it's hard with like visas and everything too, but being able to take it to the world.
We would love to come to Canada, definitely.
We're very close, but yet
I
so
know.
far.
I know. Very
Went
close.
to Niagara Falls.
Matt's saying we went to Niagara Falls. Not
That's
quite,
close.
but we saw Canada.
Technically, we both have it, so like
I know.
we're very close. Our border's open again. Next time I'll be able to hop over. So
Perfect. Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah. And through this tour, I mean, you've been all over the place, and like you were saying, people have been stepping up to help make this happen and find ways to step in. How has it been building that community? Did you already have that type of community before the tour, or have you seen it kind of coming together as you've been on the road?
I think it's kind of both, and that's what's cool about it, is that like, I think the reason that this tour was able to be successful is that it might have been Matt and Sam's first time on a tour. It wasn't our first time on a tour, and it wasn't our first time, rallying what we think is an amazing like community of core fans and friends and family. So what I think was cool about it is we didn't start from ground zero on this tour. We started with a nice base of knowledge on just how to tour, period. We've been a band for 9 years now. So that combined with the fresh energy that Matt and Sam brought and that this tour brought to the band has given us, and with just the plain nature of the tour going everywhere, has allowed it to grow. And so it's been cool seeing kind of like, especially at some of our bigger shows, seeing the old Walden, like the people that have been there from the beginning clash with the new Walden, which are people that are just finding out about us on this tour. So it really has been a combination of both amazing support from a fan base we already had, and then definitely passionate support from new fans and new friends and all kinds of different people. Impossible to remember, honestly. At this point, we're gonna have to go back and think about everyone who helped us. We've already started kind of recording that.
You can take notes on the wall.
Exactly.
Write a list.
We still have plenty of open space.
Amazing. And so are you stopping the tour at 50 dates as soon as you hit the 50? That's 50 states.
Yeah, 50 states. Yeah, that'll be the end of the tour. And then we have a lot of new music coming out. It's being finished as we speak. So we'll be finishing up the tour and then continuing to release music.
How does that work as well with is it all music you recorded previously, or do you have to kind of stop places and do things as you go?
So for this specifically, we actually recorded a lot in the studio before we left on the tour, and now we're just working with our producer remotely to get it finished up. I'm gonna actually pass the phone to Jamie. I don't want him to get left out here.
Okay, cool.
Questions.
Jamie boy.
What's up,
Hello.
Paige?
How's it going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So you've been on driving duty today, I see.
We just pulled up at our destination though, so I'm free.
Amazing. I've kind of gotten close to the end of my list of questions, but
Yeah, I figured as much. There have been some good questions.
yeah, thank you. I've been so mystified by this tour, and it's so exciting to get to talk to you guys. And while you're still on the tour and actively on the road,
Yeah.
how has it been adjusting to, I feel like it's extra time zones because like Hawaii is a huge shift. And then to just keep playing shows right after that too. How has it been adjusting to being back on the road after the last few years at home?
It's been great to be on the road. Yeah, it's been really nice. There's just something about touring that is fun, and you don't know where you're going to be staying every night. Like, yeah, it just makes things more interesting, and we're always busy, so it's fun. Yeah, but the time zones have not really affected us. We haven't had any crazy time zone changes, so
Tell about the Hawaii red eye to thin Wyoming.
oh, that's true. We had a 10 p.m. flight out of Hawaii that landed. We finally got back to Denver at like noon, and then we had a show that night, and it was just crazy. We were exhausted. We were sleeping while we were playing on stage.
Oh man.
But besides
Sorry,
that,
I cut out for a second. Are you still there?
yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
And
great.
that's awesome. I also feel like because you're visiting all 50 states, like usually when a band tours, they kind of, you pick your biggest markets. You don't necessarily see every single state in the US. What kind of difference have you seen going from different states? Like, is it the same kind of audience in every place you go to, or do some people bring out totally different groups of people?
Yeah, it's been definitely been a mix. It also depends on the type of venue we're playing. Like, we've played so many different kinds of venues, like breweries, traditional venues, the cave in Kentucky, and yeah, it's been all different types of people, different demographics, and they've all seemed to enjoy it for the most part, so it's good.
And as your fans and everybody watching from at home, what are the best things that we can do to help support you guys in this last leg of the tour?
Well, for the states we haven't been to yet, just come out to the shows, and then just the website is a great way to support us. Anything through that is great.
It's an awesome website too. Oh,
thank you. Yeah, the website has been all us as well, so we've been working hard on that as well. Richard's gonna plug something though.
okay.
I'm backstage.
Hello again.
Yeah, so on that note, for like the remaining time on tour, we got like seven or so, 8 shows left. So yeah, telling any friends in those remaining states to come out to shows, but also like the donations probably we need the most to make it happen are probably gas, where you can like treat the band to a tank of gas on the website, but also we have a really big vision for 2022 in terms of what we want to do like after this tour. We're talking about making a documentary about our whole travels, as well as Andrew mentioned, like releasing a lot of new music that we're really excited about. So like to be honest, this tour wasn't really about like making a ton of profit for us. It was more so about doing what we love to do and seeing the whole nation, and feeling like we're growing, we're grassroots growing our fans and like doing something that we truly think is meaningful. So like we would love people's support, just donating in any way they can on the website to allow us to bring this story and bring our mission and our story to like as many people as possible in 2022 with like, it is going to cost, some money to put together this documentary and to promote our music now that, we're kind of entering this new phase in the band of like a big push on like the social and like released music side of things. So, and that's kind of probably the area we struggled the most within our band. Like our forte has always been like playing live shows and like touring, so we'd love our fans support on that side of things, just helping us raise some money after this thing to bring this tour, bring the music, bring the documentary like to life, and like get it out to as many people as possible, and just keep on making this vision get bigger and bigger, you know.
Amazing. We will definitely make sure that we let everyone know where to find the site. It's a gorgeous site, like so well made, and so much thought went into it. I just have fun just scrolling at the website and looking at all the little graphic design images, like the little cartoons of everyone, and
That's awesome. Yeah,
it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, the guys put that together. But we actually haven't mentioned you know, we had the 50 state on $50 idea, and then a few weeks later we were like, let's call it the Where's Walden tour, and like, you know, where are we in this nation, you know, and you know, kind of bouncing off the Where's Waldo theme. So we hit up Eric, researched some Where's Waldo designers online, and found this Japanese design agency called IC4 Design in Hiroshima, and we hit them up, and they loved the idea, and they designed the entire tour poster. You know, we gave them like kind of some key locations, like we wanted, you know, kind of the most iconic U.S. icons, whatnot, like the Statue of Liberty and the Space Needle and Mount Rushmore, but we also threw in kind of a few more personal stuff, places like the Georgia Theater in Athens, Georgia, which is like our hometown venue where we kind of like grew this band into something really special. So there's some special locations on there. And then we took those all that artwork from the poster and kind of like built our whole branding around the tour, you know, and put it into the website and whatnot. But yeah, huge shout out to IC4. They are the kindest people, and huge supporters of the band, and like it wouldn't have been the same if we didn't work with them. So definitely recommend checking out all their work.
That's awesome. It's nice to see how many, I don't know, how the pieces all fell into place and how all the kindest people ended up kind of coming together for this whole tour. I can't wait to see how it ends. The last little bit, you're almost there.
I know. If you want to come to Nashville for the grand finale, we'd love to see you there. I know it's a long way, but
it's a trip, but you never know.
find yourself there. Let us know.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with us today, and good luck with the rest of the tour.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paige.
Thanks, Paige. It was so great meeting you.
Thanks,
You
Paige.
too.
Paige.
Woo!